Hello, welcome back to Home on the Hillside. My name is Odette, and today I want to share with you my walk-in larder organization. It's part of the kitchen renovation, and this is one of my must-haves. I really wanted a walk-in larder, but at the moment it's a mess. You'll probably identify yourself with something like this. So we're going to organize my larder. This is some of the storage solutions I bought. I bought this is for tins, so canned food. It comes in a flat pack. It's quite straightforward. They just hook, and you have these separators if you want to use them. I probably won't be using them, but it cost me £19.95 on eBay. This is jars from IKEA. Obviously we are in lockdown, so I ordered them online, had it delivered a couple of weeks ago to the house. I have quite a few, you will see in a minute why. And during the January sales, a lot of these lovely boxes are on sale for £1. So I have quite a selection of different sizes to help me to organize. Also, in preparation for this, I have bought some deco letters. Actually, some of them, I have had them for quite a long time. I ordered them a few years ago. So the idea is that I'm going to deco them in the jars. So I have rice, a lot of tin food like most of us have. The worst is this section here. As you can see, it's taking a lot of space and it looks very messy because of all these packs of pasta. I love pasta, so I'm always cooking pasta. Oh, the same with the rice. There's always quite a few varieties. I love baking, so there is a lot of flour as well, different types of flour in here. So quite messy really. So we're going to organize. Also, I have these lovely pots that I don't use very often, so I want to keep them in here. Other appliances like the slow cooker and the food processor, my deep fat fryer that I only use once a week, things like that. So I'm planning to have them all stored in here because it's easy reach. Now that I have cleared everything out, apart from this one, I need to organize a lot of things in here. I don't want it just to be pretty, to look nice, but it also has to be practical. So I'm going to start by putting my jars first, and I will fit on the top shelf that, as you can see, I find a bit hard to reach. That's why I have a little stepper. And the ones that I use more often, like pasta and rice, I will keep them in the shelves where I can access them better. And things like flour that I mainly, not only, but mainly use for baking, I will be putting them on the top shelf. Let's see. I have other things like mix of nuts that I use sometimes to eat as a snack or for cakes and things like that. So I'm keeping this one in a box. Another thing I always have in my kitchen is these instant pastas and a variety of instant rice. They can be quite useful when I'm working and I get home late and I just need to get a meal on the table fast. And they have come a long way. The quality is not too bad and it's quite easy to do. So I always have a variety of it in my cupboard. So I don't have stickers for it. So I'm going to do my own. And I have this Dymo machine. I'm sure I have showed you before. And I'm just doing my own stickers. I might, at some stage, order some more of the pretty labels, but I don't want to be spending any more money at the moment. So I just done my own labels and I just put them in there. So I can just put them like so to go on the shelf. So I'm just labeled them as instant rice and instant pasta. And I just put them in here. Another thing I have done, I like to bake, and you know how it is when you're baking. A different recipe needs something different and you tend to gather a lot of things. So I decided to keep it all in a box. I have my hand mixer in there and all the things, Portuguese liquid caramel that I always struggle to find. So when I do find them, I tend to do stock, cooking chocolate, baking chocolate, maple syrup, all sorts of things that I use for baking, vanilla, all sorts. So I keep them all in here, and I'm going to use this one to put in there. But if you don't have, or you don't want to spend the money having these stickers ordered, you can easily just use the Dymo machine like I just did, and you will look very nice as well. So this I'm going to keep it quite high in the larder because it's not something that I use every day, maybe once a week, lately not even that. So that will be stored right on the top. Another box I have is also regarding baking mainly, is small shapes that I use. So I have quite a selection of it. So I decided to keep them all. Sometimes I use these ones not just for baking but for cooking as well if we have guests. It creates really nice shapes. And I have these square ones as well. But again, it's not something I use every day, so will be kept quite high in the larder. So I think I'm going to designate this top shelf for all my baking because, like I said, it's not something you use daily, so it's best. So I'm going to put my things there in my cake carrier. Another thing that I wanted a walk-in larder is very small kitchen appliances that I don't like them to be on show because I don't use them on a daily basis. One of them being the deep fat fryer. It's probably used once a week on a Friday night usually. So I want to keep it out of the way. I'm going to keep it here because it's quite low, so I can remove it and bring it back even when the oil is hot without the danger of burning myself. I don't want to be stretching up because it's not safe, so I think this height is perfect. I also have a little basket with treats. We all like treats. Mr. B, if he doesn't see them, he doesn't eat them. Someone will say it's a good thing that he doesn't see them, he doesn't eat them. But I decided to put them all in this little basket. Again, this basket I got it quite a few years ago in Aldi as well. So I'm going to leave them in here so that Mr. B can come in and get a little chocolate. So in the bottom here, I have wine, bottles of wine, red wine. I also keep things like tall jugs that we use in the summer, but not really in the winter. And I have flasks that we use for work, and my big bottles of olive oil, they are in there as well. Another thing I always keep in the house, and I like to keep it in the kitchen that we can use anytime we need, is this box. And I have all sorts of bulbs because every household is always running out of bulbs. So I have a selection of bulbs that we use around the house. Another thing I always have in the kitchen is this bag I bought many years ago. And it basically is a bit like first aid kit, painkillers, 2 heat bags, cold and flu tablets, sleeve for ice pack, so dressings. So it's a bit of everything in here, plasters, that type of thing. Again, I want it to be easy reach. quite pleased with the way the walk-in larder turned out. I had this image in my head, but I just needed the time to put it all together, and I wanted to do a video to show you guys, to give you some ideas for yourself. Obviously not everyone has a pantry or a walk-in larder, but if you have cupboards in the kitchen, it works the same way. The principle is the same. A good organization. I'm a bit of a organizing freak. I like to see everything just so. So I'm really pleased how it turned out. Common sense must prevail. So things that I use less often, like baking things, they are on the top. Everything else that I use pretty much on a regular basis, then they're all here at easy reach. Small appliances that I don't like to see them on display, especially because we don't use them daily. So they are tucked away, but still at a sensible height, not too low, not too high, so that I can just take them out, use them, bring them back in. My cast iron pots are further down because they are quite heavy. They are fantastic to use in the pizza oven. So last time we had a pizza party, what was quite a long time ago, because then COVID came in. So this was life before COVID. Do you remember? Life before COVID? Yes, it was a long time ago. So if we fire up the pizza oven to have a pizza party, I get a roast prepared in advance, meat, the potatoes, onions, veg, everything in. And then in the end of the night, when everyone goes home, I just get the cast iron pot with everything ready inside the oven, leave it there all night. When we get up the next morning, we have a roast ready for Sunday night. It's fantastic. Just utilizing the remaining heat. So very good for the environment, very good for your wallet as well. Fantastic. Further down, drinks, bottles and things. This side, the drinks, because we do have fizzy water and lemonade bottles in the house all the time, so this is fantastic. And all my flours, sugar, rice and pasta that obviously I use all the time, so now I know exactly what I have, and I'm not going to end up having 2 open bags of the same pasta or 2 open bags of the same rice because I didn't see the other one. So it's all here. Mia's food in the bottom, treats there, semi-hidden from Mr. B. You probably won't see them over there, what is a good thing. So I'm quite pleased how it turned out. It's a very different video from the ones I usually do. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you to the new subscribers. We have gained quite a few subscribers in the last couple of weeks, so thank you. Please pass on the word to your friends and family for them to watch, see if they like the videos I put out there. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. It is very important. Give me the thumbs up if you like the video, and don't forget to press the little bell button so that you don't miss none of my upcoming videos. Remember, this is a video in between. We have the kitchen almost finished. We are just waiting for the worktops to be fitted, and as soon as that happens, we will be fitting the splashback, tiling the splashback, and I'm getting all my pretty things out, my industrial shelves up, and then I will give you a tour of the completely finished kitchen. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.